What's up everyone, Sean here, and today I wanted to finally make this video, the top 5 games for 2014, and this is a personal list, so this is all, from my personal experience and my opinion, so I know it's a little late, but I really wanted to make this video, and now is my chance, so here we go. Number 5 on my list is Pokemon Omega Ruby. I've always been a huge fan of Pokemon, and ever since I was a kid, I've gotten Pokemon Blue. And for the most part, I've played most of the Pokemon games. I've skipped a couple of them, but for the most part, I've played the majority of them. And I've definitely played Pokemon X, and now the latest Pokemon Omega Ruby. For the most part, it's the same with Pokemon X, and even Pokemon X has that same exact formula with the older Pokemon games. Where you capture Pokemon, you battle gyms, you go through a bunch of stuff and get to the Elite Four, beat them, and then that's pretty much it. But Omega Ruby still offers that great addicting gameplay, and it does throw in some new things, and so far I'm really liking it. And of course the graphics and the visuals are really great to look at, especially coming from playing the old Ruby version from the Game Boy Advance version. It was definitely one of my favorite Pokemon games of all time, and having to get the updated version of this, it kind of brings back memories, and especially with the Ruby name and with Groudon and all that great stuff. And yeah, it's a great game with updates from the old version, and if you're a huge fan of the Ruby or Sapphire series, I definitely recommend it to go out there and pick it up. And if anyone wants to get on the Pokemon now, I think Omega Ruby is definitely a good place to start. Number 4 on this list is sadly not Hyrule Warriors, but Far Cry 4. I did pick up Far Cry 4 a little late comparing to other people. I mean, I got it in beginning of January as a birthday gift, and this game came out late November, early December, around that time slot, and I was really glad to pick this up because this game has quite a world to offer. I mean, it has a huge world. I mean, when you play the game and you think you think you're done, and you discover that you've only covered 50% of the map, and there's a whole nother part or region of the map. It is insane of how huge it is for a game like this, and the graphics are really good for a game that has quite a bit to offer, especially with a huge world. And it's got plenty of life, and forest, and lush greens, and mountains, and all this stuff. And I really do like the setting and the randomness of it. Like when animals just attack you out of nowhere, whether in packs or not. And the campaign mode does offer a pretty interesting story and a pretty interesting villain. But my friends say that Far Cry 3, which I haven't played yet, offers a much more interesting villain. But in my opinion, this story is still interesting enough to go through, and I was definitely captivated enough to go and complete it all the way, spending tons of hours grinding and discovering the world, and just skinning animals and upgrading my stuff. And it did definitely have that addicting gameplay where, as I said before, I invested quite a bit of hours into it. I love the options that they offer when it comes to this game, where you can travel by foot, or you can travel by glider. You can even use a wingsuit and parachute, do all kinds of stunts, and you're given them quite a number of weapons, including from the bow and arrow, which has either flaming arrows or explosive arrows, to just straight explosives, and it's really fun to play with. It offers, it opens up doors for really fun stuff to do, and you're given a lot of ways to kill your enemies, including takedowns and aerial takedowns, meaning you can jump from a building and stab someone below, or you can come from cover and stab someone from there, or and you can even pull out someone from the car and just stab them from there. There's plenty of ways to kill your enemies, and it's just really fun to do. And especially with the explosives, they are just really fun to use. And this game just has plenty to offer with just for you to have fun while you're killing enemies and hunting animals. This game also has a great co-op. It's really fun. Unfortunately, it is held back by glitches. Even as I record this right now, there's plenty of just glitches that really annoy you. For example, the one where the syringes don't work, your health just instantly drops down to 1.5 bars or whatever, and it really frustrates me. But otherwise, I have a lot of fun with my friend, especially with my friend Danny. We've been playing quite a bit of Far Cry together, co-op, and it does have a lot to offer where you can do tons of missions with co-op, and you can take out outposts and do assassination missions and hunt certain animals, that kind of thing. And it's just really fun to offer. It's like it's a great sandbox game for you to just mess around, and there's just plenty to do, whether it's story mode or just having fun messing around with weapons while you're killing people and hunting. We're definitely getting close now with number 3, and that is Bayonetta 2. And also Bayonetta as well, because it comes with Bayonetta 2. But anyways, Bayonetta 2 is definitely one of the greatest games on the Wii U, and it is definitely the best action game out there on the Wii U as well. And I highly recommend it, and it is so gorgeous to look at. It is a complete improvement from its predecessor, the PS3/Xbox 360 version of Bayonetta, with the frame rate and the animations and just some of the stuff from the gameplay that kind of annoyed me. But that is pretty much gone in Bayonetta 2, so it makes it a great experience. And the gameplay is awesome. The music and all the sounds and just the voice work, it is fantastic. The characters are lovable. They're kind of out of this world, but that's what makes it really interesting, especially with Bayonetta and her friends and allies and enemies. I mean, I haven't completed the story, however, but from my experience with my friend Corey, we as we play this game, we had a lot of fun, and we already had a lot of fun with the first one, but this is definitely a vast improvement. It controls great, the animations are cool, and beating up bad guys in this one just feels absolutely great. And as I said before, it is the best action game on the Wii U. If you have the Wii U, this is one of the games that you have to get for this console. What's also really cool about Bayonetta 2 is the amount of Easter eggs that they just shoved in there, including the Nintendo costumes and like the effects of what happens if you put on certain costumes. It actually triggers a really cool Easter eggs, so you have to check those out and just get the game when if you have the Wii U. Man, it is definitely one of the staple games for this console. Alright, number 2, it is Mario Kart 8. I've been a huge fan of Mario Kart ever since Mario Kart 64. That's where I really got started with that series, and I did go on and play the older Mario Kart games on the SNES and what have you, but certainly Mario Kart 64 will always be in my heart for introducing me to this series, and I really love, especially with Mario Kart 8. It is a vast improvement from Mario Kart Wii. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it could have been way better, and Mario Kart 8 does offer that. It is another game that's gorgeous to look at on the Wii U. It's got tons of detail for what it is, and especially when you look at the replay, it is just you always want to look at the replays just to see the expressions on their faces and just the mustache wiggling around and the hair and what have you. And the gameplay is great. The controls are pretty solid for the most part. The design is great, as I said before. Love the courses, and Mario Kart 8 has some of the best soundtracks for the modern Nintendo series, especially for Wii U game. I just love the jazzy sounds that it just blasts out when you're playing the game, and I just love the music. It is just one of the best soundtracks in my opinion. Not only is it a great game to play offline, all locally with your friends, it is also great to play online as well. It is really smooth. There's hardly any lag. I haven't really experienced any lag at all from my hours of online gameplay. Now, it is not perfect, of course. I mean, the item balancing can be a question. Having to get coins and mushrooms, even if you're last, it's kind of ridiculous at times. But for the most part, I love Mario Kart 8 for what it has to offer. The gameplay, the graphics are beautiful, the courses are great. It's Mario Kart. It's definitely the best Mario Kart, one of the best Mario Karts in the modern generation, and another game that you have to get for the Wii U. Number one can be really clear for some of you, but for those who don't know, my number one game of 2014 has to go to Smash Wii U. I really love what they've done with this Smash Brothers game on the Wii U. And I did love the 3DS version as well, but this really takes it. I mean, first off, it's got great graphics. It's another gorgeous game to look at, and it's definitely a vast improvement from its predecessor, Brawl. And the gameplay is a lot more better for me. It's kind of a combination of Melee and Brawl. It's not too slow, but it's not fast either. But it is really great for me, and I just really love the feel, especially coming from Brawl. And it's got a solid roster. It's got plenty of characters. I mean, it's really hard for me sometimes to pick which character to play with, and I just really love this cast, especially with characters such as Shulk, Mega Man, Pac-Man, even Sonic's back in there, and even some of the great ones that made a return, such as Dr. Mario. That he is one of my personal favorites and mains, and for some reason I just love Dr. Mario as a Smash character, and I always pick him, and he always will be in my heart as one of my mains and favorites. This game has tons of features. It is crazy. It's got co-op, the Omega stages, which is basically the final destination stage for every stage, so that way you don't get bored, and you can get to hear all the different soundtracks the game has to offer. And speaking of that, the soundtrack is fantastic as well, and definitely some of the best soundtracks out there, and especially with the remixes and modern versions of the classic pieces. It also has tons of items, so if you want to go crazy, this is definitely one of those games to go for. One feature I also want to point out that I personally love is actually the amiibos. I really love the concept of amiibos, having a figure that looks pretty cool to collect, but at the same time it does have something to offer for the game. Having to train them, have them as your own personal fighter is sort of like a Pokemon per se, or a virtual pet. You feed it equipment to get stronger and add various effects, or perks, whatever you want to call them, and you get to battle them against other, amiibos, your friends' amiibos. It's really fun, and it is just, I don't know, it's just one of those things that I picked up really quick, and I'm loving it more and more and more. So I really want more of those figures out, and hopefully to collect more of them down the line. One thing I want to definitely mention is a vast improvement from Brawl is the online. Online in Brawl was unbearable. I couldn't play it, and I just stay away from that. And I went to Subspace instead. But the online for Smash Wii U, it is awesome. I get to play with my online friends, and especially with some of the YouTubers, and it's really great. And I'm really glad that they paid attention to the online portion. You get to play for fun mode, for the more casual fun stuff, and it has items and all that. Or for glory, for those hardcore players that want to take it a little more competitively. And I think it's a great feature, and definitely a vast improvement from Brawl. Now, of course, even this is not a perfect game. Now, there are some minor annoyances that make this game miss that perfect mark. And one of them is that when you, start the game up, whoever moves the cursor first is the first player, even though you don't have, your controller is not, player one, which is really weird. I mean, for example, I'm always player one, and whenever someone moves, they become the first player in that match. It's really strange. I don't know why, but it happens, and I think that's something they should fix later down the line. And another one is where you have to pick your name if you want your own controller scheme. It does not save it, throughout your session. It's really annoying. Every time you start something new and go back to the character selection screen, it goes back to default, and you have to select your name. And if you forget to select your name, your controller scheme isn't there, and that can throw off your game, which really was annoying with the Pro controller. Not until I got the game controller, but when I was using the Pro controller, that really ticked me off. There are some other negative things I want to say about Smash Wii U, but for the most part, I really love this game. This is still my number one, and of course, this is pretty much my favorite Smash Brothers. And after that is Melee, of course. I mean, it does have overall a great balance of gameplay and just what it has to offer. I mean, the variety and just the features and the improvements from Brawl really help. So that's why I really love this, and especially with the graphics and the sound and the music. Yeah, definitely this is my favorite Smash Brothers so far. Hopefully, maybe the next Smash will be a bigger improvement. Even with word that Sakurai wants to make this game his last Smash, but we'll see about that. So anyways, that is my top 5 games of 2014. I know it's late, and I've mentioned this kind of already on the podcast, but I wanted to make a video dedicated to my top 5. And so with that, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And if you have your own personal top 5 games of 2014, please feel free to let me know and others down in the comment section below. And share these videos. It really helps up the channel, and I highly appreciate it. And also, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for more videos like these. Now, you notice that this is mostly Nintendo games, but it does make sense because 2014 was a great year for Nintendo, especially with Smash, Mario Kart 8, and all that, and all those games. Anyways, hope to see you guys in the next video. Sean out.